Hi, welcome to Dark Politics Tarot. My name is Nick, and today I'm going to do a reading on Nick Fuentes. So I want to do some deep dives into people that I've never read on in this sort of MAGA atmosphere, and how are they they're kind of breaking up now because he's been talking some sense about Trump. So I'm using the Urban Crow Oracle to start with. So let's just look into Nick Fuentes. What is he all about? What's coming up for him? Nick Fuentes. Okay, so community. So, of course, his community is his podcast, The Gripers. So he's anticipating something. Nick Fuentes, show me Nick Fuentes. Show me his personality. Show me Nick Fuentes. Dominance. That seems fitting, that card. And let's go to the Murder of Crows deck. So show me Nick Fuentes. Nick Fuentes. Show me about him. What is happening with him? So we have the Queen of Pentacles. Now he's a Leo. I looked it up. So he's 27 years old, Nick Fuentes. And then he has the King of Swords crossing him. He might be in for some kind of legal battle. Show me Nick Fuentes. The Five of Pentacles. This is going to be at the base of the reading. The here and now is he's working, of course, with the Eight of Pentacles, the work card. Show me Nick Fuentes. Then the Seven of Swords, flying with the rat, stealing. What is he stealing? What is he trying to get away with? Nick Fuentes, Seven of Pentacles. So he's not really satisfied in something. Show me Nick Fuentes. Nick Fuentes. The Magician card. That's his inner workings as the Magician. Then he has the Two of Pentacles, some sort of balancing, manipulating, and then the Five of Wands, more battling. I think that's what he's mostly about. That's his shtick, to be very controversial. And then the Knight of Pentacles, which is interesting because I actually did a whole reading on him before I filmed it, and I realized I said his wrong date of birth. And that was the outcome card. Let's go down to the table. So this reading fits along with what I got in the first reading. The first reading was spot on. I should have probably saved it and just put it up, but I know you all get angry if I say the wrong thing. And I said that he was a Sagittarius, which was totally wrong. He's a Leo. So anyway, he comes out here. Oh, we got the community card, the anticipation card, and dominance. So I think the we know he's trying to be dominant with that card. But he's really working on, how he came to being is he found a niche of hatred, this community, and he developed it, and now they're called the Gripers, right? But he's anticipating something new is coming up for him with this community in mind. And it's about spreading their will, their dominance. And you know that this is a guy that came out and said, he was the one that said to women when the abortion was taken away, was that he said, your body, my choice. So he does that kind of dominance thing, that misogynistic thing. Plus, he's an actual, calls himself a Nazi, doesn't dispute that fact. Now, him personally comes up as the Queen of Pentacles. So this is about groundedness, nurturing, that type of thing. I'm not so sure this represents him, so I want to clarify that. It could just mean him it's also a money card. It can mean he's really grounded and focused on money, making more money. But he has so much money. Like, how much more money does this guy need? Of course, you want to build your little empire, but he's got something new in the works. He's being crossed now, though, by legal challenges coming up, or somebody challenging him that's very sharp, going against him, his whole Nazi theme and all the groypers. So I feel like somebody will be going against that movement very strongly. Now, I think the base of the reading is more about himself. This is the Five of Pentacles. He feels left. This is why he started all this. This is a guy that is abundantly abnormal. And he's abnormal, and he has so much wrath and hatred inside of him. And he always sees himself as a victim, that he was left out in the cold, that women didn't like him. Instead of trying to work on himself and have better relations, it's just, I'm the victim here, and I'm going to scream and cry about it. So I'm like this sacrificial lamb for everybody, and I'm gonna make the world know how angry we young groypers are. Now, he comes up with the Apprentice card. So I'm kind of wondering about him and Tucker Carlson. Is he going to be in the range of Tucker Carlson? Is he going to be working with him? Something like that. Just because I feel the strong connection he has with Tucker Carlson could be coming up, and him working really hard right now to get into that position of, he is in a powerful position because he has millions of followers, but he wants to be even more recognizable. Not everybody knows who this kid is. And I say kid, I know he's 27, but he's a kid to me. And I always feel like there could be redemption for people that are younger because they have a long life. He could change, but let's just go on with the reading. The Seven of Swords here, getting away with something, stealing, grifting. Maybe he's going to try a new grift, and a new angle to get money from people, to get away with something. So he wants of course, he wants to survive everything going on, but he's fighting back against Donald Trump. And this could also be, this card, this sword card, could be Donald Trump against him, because Donald Trump is an air sign, a Gemini sign, which this card does represent, air signs. Now, the Seven of Pentacles is where he's going. He's not quite happy yet with what he's acquired. So he's not finished yet. He's not stopping. This will continue. He's looking out like over the water here. He's looking far in advance. So he is scheming, plotting, preparing, just like that oracle card said. Now this is him himself. He's like the dark magician. So he can see which way the wind blows. He sees, he was all for Donald Trump, and now he's going against Donald Trump. So he's sort of going in that Marjorie Taylor Greene thing. They're sort of breaking apart now. MAGA's breaking apart, and they're forming their unique groups. He's the one in head of the groypers, these young men that feel that they want women to be back in the home, that type of thing. And they want to be dominant over women. And they want to be, you know, they're quite racist, the white Christian nationalists. They want to see the white race as, you know, we are the smartest, the best, the most money, all that kind of thing. So he has that dark magician energy about him. He's a manipulator, but he's not stupid. He's smart. He can figure things out, and he can see which way the wind blows with people, what the current energy is in the Trump regime. I think he is that the canary in the coal mine. Like, he can see what's happening. Trump's going down. I'm going to get away from him as much as possible now. And in the environment, he has the Two of Pentacles. So he's trying to balance out, how do I move away from Trump and become more of like a Tucker Carlson, like where I'm more well-known beyond just the Groypers. The Five of Wands. So I feel like he's going to be going through a tough battle this year. A lot. I mean, he is all about hatred and battling people and challenging people. That's his shtick. But I feel like this is more turmoil also with him personally, that he will be going through changes. The five in numerology is all about change. So I feel like this is a lot of internal struggle for him, as well as external struggle. And I do, unfortunately, with this card as the outcome card, the Knight of Pentacles, is that he will endure. Whatever happens with MAGA, he'll still go on. He'll still be creating. Let me just take out a few clarifier cards, because I saw a lot in the other reading that didn't show up here. So I want to just see if some of that comes through. So let's just look at, this one. The Four of Pentacles wanted to come out. Hanging on to something. Maybe he's just trying to hang on to his show, to his podcast, trying to hang on and not get ousted by people like Tucker Carlson. You know, he wants to remain in the game. But I want to look at the Seven of Swords here. He's flying away with the rats. Please clarify the Seven of Swords for me. What is he actually trying to get away with? What is he looking to do? If you could show me some more clarity on the Seven of Swords. Okay, truth. He's trying to get away with some kind of truth. How you get, I don't understand that. Please clarify the Seven of Swords. Ooh, he got this in the last reading I did on him. He is going to be going through major legal issues. So somebody's coming after him, and they're coming after him hard. This could also, he's in a lot of danger, publicly going out after Trump the way he is. So I think he's in a lot of physical danger. He also has a lot of emotional challenges, which came up in his last reading. But he's trying to do some kind of grifting. Money, money, money. That's all he's been about. But there's more to him that I wanted to come out in this reading, which it did not. Show me this King of Swords here. That's in the crossing position. Who is this? If you could clarify what this means. Who is this King of Swords? Okay, aggressive actions against him. Aggressive actions against him and his work. People are coming after him, and it really burdens him. Okay, What about the Seven of Pentacles? Why isn't he happy with what he's got so far? These greedy people are never happy, but let's see. Oh, okay, so when one card clarifies the same exact card, Seven of Pentacles clarifying the Seven of Pentacles means pay attention to that card. This is what Spirit wants me to know. He's really not happy with what he's accumulated. What is he unhappy about? I think this is what came up in his last reading, so it's now coming out. He's getting a change of mind, and it's through what he's seen with Trump. So maybe he's having a little bit of a reality here. I'm not saying he's not going to be racist. I'm just saying he's having a little bit of a wake-up call, and he sees that the swamp is Donald Trump's regime. He's waking up to that because he's calling him out. He sees the illusion that he was in over Trump. But what else is missing for him? Okay, it's still not all the work he does. I guess he feels like he's still not getting his fair share that other people make. Oh, and look at what came out together. The Seven of Swords again in the White House. He wants to take something away, I believe, from Donald Trump. He wants to steal back what has been stolen from the country. Interesting. And let's just look at his outcome card, the Knight of Pentacles. Please clarify the Knight of Pentacles. The Star. So he sees himself as a star. He sees himself as a truth teller with the Page of Swords. And this is the Leo card, the Strength card. He still sees himself as very strong, the truth teller and the Star. Interesting. Actually, let's clarify the Magician. The Magician clarified by the Queen of Swords. The Knight of Wands, another card that could represent Leo. Ah, this is what came out in the other reading. It's starting to come out. Women. He wants women. So he's thinking of changing something in his image because he wants women. He wants a sharp woman, but not someone who could overtake him. He wants to dominate women, but he wants to get more showy. He wants to have some way that he can attract women. Now that's what was going on in the last reading. Actually, if you don't mind, I want to continue because what I got from the last reading, maybe I should just tell you. I'll just pull out a few more cards from my other deck to see. The Deviant Moon. Let's just say about, and I've shuffled these cards already. Show me Nick Fuentes. He wants to run off with somebody. He's hoping that he can attract someone with his wealth. Okay, that fits. Nick Fuentes, show me about, is he actually, I just saw in the other reading because of his age, he's 27. He was looking at having, he's always said, like, I don't need sex. I don't need women. He's just so crazy. But it really irks him. And that's what he's been on his mind. That's what's going to happen this year. He's going to change up something or showing off his wealth somehow so he can attract women. But he's still in the woods with this. He just doesn't know how, just doesn't get it. Like, your misogyny is never going to work with women. He's really afraid he's never going to find anyone. It's really starting to affect him mentally. The swords are a card of mental anxiety. So he realized he has to develop a plan in order to get a partner. So he's developing that plan. And the Fool comes out. The overarching energy is he's just so naive to what he needs to do. Yeah, he wants to show how triumphant he is to women. And let's just take out a few more cards. The Hierophant. I think he's going to lean more in on spiritual women, you know, religious women. Showing them he's really religious and you should be at home with him having children. I think that's what he's going to be going for. And yeah, he's just the little Page of Pentacles, really, underneath all the bluster. And then we have giving and receiving the Six of Pentacles. So he feels like if I dangle this money thing in front of women, they're going to flock to me. So somehow he's going to create something within his show. This came out in the last reading, the Tower card. I don't think it works out well for him this year, the Tower card, but all these other cards came up. Why? Because democracy wins. Here comes this. He's going to gain some kind of insights here with the Hanged Man. And then, yeah, this is what it comes down to. I really want love. I want love in my life. And that's what the reading was all about. So unfortunately, we're going to have to hear more from Nick Fuentes and his racism and misogyny and the nonsense. He is building up his business more, but he's very, very concerned. This year, he's very concerned with what his relationships, that Lover's card coming out in the end of the reading here is really significant. He wants love. This is why this guy feels like a martyr. He never got the love he needs. Again, he's starting to get some new perspective on this, that he's going to have to change something. And I do think it's, you know, he's going to push more towards his religious beliefs. You know, I need a nice Christian wife and I could give you a good life with all the money I have. So if you watch this long, give me a like and please check your subscription bells, because they are putting the bells on personalized, which means you don't get all of the notifications when it happens. Have a great day, everyone. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.